Andy Barr of Kentucky.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Ambassador Jenkins. Welcome to the committee. And before I get to my questions, I do want to address the issue of the supplemental that the Senate is sending over to us. And I know that's a priority for the administration. There's a lot of members on my side of the aisle who obviously demonstrably support the assistance to Israel, the assistance to the Indo-Pacific, and I'll direct most of my questions to you regarding Taiwan. But I want to address, just as a comment, the issue of Ukraine. And in the Financial Services Committee just down the hall, Undersecretary Nelson from Treasury is over there. I'm going to ask him or make this point to him as well. Many Republicans are fully supportive of the effort to assist the Ukrainian resistance. That is not the issue. The concern is the mind-boggling and perplexing lack of a strategy from this administration in supporting the Ukrainian resistance. When the administration is asking Congress to approve over $60 billion in additional assistance, which I personally support, but at the same time is banning LNG exports to our European and NATO allies, when they 8 times provide a general license to the sanctions on Russian banks in processing energy transactions, when the oil price cap strategy is failing. Our strategy is literally funding Putin. And my point to the State Department here with this commentary is that the administration's obsession with climate is compromising our national security and our strategy to counter Putin. If we want to stop Putin, if we want to prevail in the fight against Moscow, then for goodness sakes, stop limiting energy exports, stop aiding Putin's energy exports, and stop financing Moscow's war machine. With that, let me get to my question about Taiwan. Regarding Presidential Drawdown Authority for Taiwan, Section 5505 of the FY23 NDAA states that the President may direct the drawdown of defense articles from stocks of the Department of Defense, Defense Services of the Department of Defense, and Military Education and Training, of an aggregate value of not to exceed $1 billion per fiscal year to be provided to Taiwan. This bill became law in December of 2022. What was, Madam Ambassador, what was the total amount of presidential drawdown authority used by the administration in fiscal year 2023?
I'm not sure I have the specific number with me at the moment, but I can certainly get that to you.
Well, if you could get that to us, and also we want to know what has been used thus far in current fiscal year 2024. And the reason why we say that is that the administration is rightly asking for Indo-Pacific assistance in this supplemental, but the administration has existing authorities that we provided through the NDAA in successive years to assist in that effort, and we would urge the administration to use that presidential drawdown authority. India, real quick, Madam Ambassador. In 2016, Congress designated India as a major defense partner, and last year, President Biden and Prime Minister Modi reaffirmed this partnership twice here in D.C. and in Delhi. Not only are we cooperating more, but we're seeing a shift in India's defense supply chain away from Russia and towards the United States in our orbit. However, last week, the Biden administration issued the National Security Memorandum on Safeguards and Accountability with respect to transferred defense articles and defense services. This memorandum sets up new hurdles and reporting requirements for prospective arms sales to partners. Do you see this memorandum having any impact on future sales of defense articles from India? India is over-dependent on Russia for defense. We need to reduce those barriers.
Yes, thank you. First, I know we have a lot of time. On the first one, I just want to highlight on the PDA. I just want to mention that we do want to use that PDA, but it has taken time. Some of it because industry backlog and things like that. So I just want to let you know we are very focused on that. And on the question, yes, we see India trying to diversify. We like India diversifying, particularly diversifying from Russia. We want that. We've encouraged that. So we are happy to work with them to encourage them to do that even more. Because as you know, we want to get countries off of relying on equipment from Russia.
And I met with the Deputy Chief of Mission from the Indian Embassy. They want more defense cooperation with the United States so that they can decrease their dependence on Russia at this moment. We just need to make sure we don't set up any barriers.
Right.
Thank you for your service, and thanks for hearing me out on the strategy on Ukraine. Energy has geopolitical consequences, and when the administration asks Congress for assistance, but is working at cross purposes with energy policy, it makes it harder for us to support the administration's request. With that, I yield.